Hi guys, so today we're going to start with another Sacred Shaman Oracle, and this is number 53 with the Sun. The Sun is acknowledged by many cultures as the foremost masculine force. In other traditions, it is seen as the feminine in her full power. Either way, it's the most brilliant light for all beings and allows life to sprout from the dark, feminine earth. It can be gentle and warming close to sunrise or sunset, fall or winter, or it can be destructive, as in the zenith during the scorching summer. And then the invitation just talks about, like spreading your light, like getting out there. If you've been hibernating and, kind of been in the dark, in your cave, it talks about, expressing yourself and, this is what I get from it, but like expressing yourself and getting out there. And if you look at this, the sun shows up so many times in this reading in different ways. So I don't know. It was just really cool how this came out. So I'm like, whoa. Anyway, and the Ten of Cups comes up twice too. So the first row we have, as the first column as who this is kind of about and the person that I feel like this, this energy of expressing yourself and getting out there. And it's time for you to come out of that cave, right? And we have the Hanged Man and we have the Ten of Cups. So the Hanged Man in this essence, I feel like is saying, it's kind of like, I feel like because you're releasing that need to struggle, almost kind of like surrendering to happiness, right? Because I feel like somebody is realizing the purpose for what makes them happy and what's going on in their life right now. I feel like they understand things on such a level that we know where our comfort and our home is, whether that be energetically or whatnot. Because, this is really beautiful. I don't even know where this comes from when it's like this, but it's awesome. But I don't know if you noticed too, there's a lot of threes here. There's also a lot of twos. So that might mean something. Maybe 222, or 333, 2323, or 3232. Who knows? I don't know. But anyways, so I feel like whoever you are, you've kind of had this awareness. You've done some sort of surrendering almost, and not in like a negative self-sacrificing way, but in a peaceful way where you're kind of aware. And I feel like you're understanding that when you do that, that's when it comes. That's when the realization comes. And so in our second column, we have the Sun, which this is just crazy. I don't know. And there's a lot of yellow and gold in this reading. And there's rainbows in there too. So that's been a theme lately. But, so maybe you've done a lot of sacral chakra work and some solar plexus work. So a lot of comfort in who you are and being able to express yourself and your sensuality and your self-confidence. So that second row with the Sun and the Page of Cups, you know how I am. I don't like to do love readings, but maybe this is somebody more than just like one of those infatuations. Somebody's coming in here. I feel like this is recognizing what you already have. This is somebody understanding the love that they have in their life and how important that is to cultivating the things that you want, right? We have that support, whoever that is, whether, it doesn't have to be somebody, but could be your connection with yourself. It could be your connection with spirit, whatever it is, there is love there. It does kind of feel like there's somebody trying to give you something though. But it could be spirit trying to give you a cup too, as well. But this is, something that is sparking your heart space. This is something that is, increasing your feelings of warm fuzzy, right? This is something that it could be a creative project as well. This is something that has that watery feeling. So, and if we want to look at this column as our, what we need to focus on, this to me is saying, there's in the traditional Rider-Waite, there is a baby, the little child in the Sun card. And the pages a lot of times represent that youthful nature, and especially like the Page of Cups, that's, being excited and having that youthful energy in those emotions and those water emotions. So this is definitely saying that we need to explore that and express that and just let it be, right? Especially with that hangman, just release the need for control so much, because that's when this stuff comes in. And I don't know about you, but like I've been realizing that how much I have been neglecting asking my guides for help, right? Because I remember for a long time it was like I always kind of felt like, that was a thing that like, oh, I'm asking too much or something. And I've heard it several times, and it took me a while to really be comfortable with being like, no, I mean, that's what it's about, right? I mean, why else are these helpers, whether that be your inner self, your higher self, or whatever, that magic that happens when you put into that belief of I can and I deserve, right? Do it. That's what prayer is. People don't realize how much that important that is. I mean, it's like you're sending out that vibration that, hey, I need help, whether you're in this, a desperate spot, whether you're saying, I really need help and I know you can help me, whether that's to yourself or whatever, or, if you were just saying, I need this and I deserve this and can you please send me some signs? I mean, that's like asking for it. If you're asking for it, you're saying that you trust that it can be given, right? So do that. And so my third column is usually like what we have around us. And so, yeah, that makes me feel like exactly. So that sense of ultimate satisfaction, what makes us feel, the 10 of Cups a lot of times is, that happiness after a hard time. This over the Knight of Cups, which a lot of times the Knight of Cups has been expressed as this is the knight that comes home and, to the family after, being heroic, and is kind of like the, he's defending the family or whatever. But, he's the one that comes home to the family and everybody's like, oh, yay, you're home. He's coming home after a long time and he's been through his quest, right? So I feel like this is saying you have somebody, or there is a situation, or even it could be a, creative project or something that means a lot to you in your life that brings you this happiness. So that is what you have. That's the energy, the asset, right? Because this is always my, things around you to help with the situation, and or could be like your helper or asset. So we have that. Tap into that and recognize it. And then my final column, we have the 3 of Wands and we have the 6 of Wands. Now, if we want to make that the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Wands to me is always about being spiritually protected. And I definitely feel this. I feel this on a personal level for so many reasons. And I also feel like that because of my Angel Oracle card over there, and because of the 9 of Wands. But also 9 of Wands, if we want to join it together, but if we want to take it apart, you have the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is, that expansive exploration that's that, oh, this is really cool and I want to do this. This is that excitement and that need to explore. And then I feel like this is saying you're going to be successful in that. So again, express that, explore that innocence again. And, like the Page of Cups, just, exude that childlike wonder in what you're doing. And I feel like that's what we're doing right now. This could not be like a happier thing, right? So, and speaking of that Angel Oracle card, it's another gold one, and I think it's freaking beautiful. And it is gold, and it says divine intervention. So I feel like, especially with 2 10 of Cups in here, this is somebody, so we could probably put 1010 in here too. So if that number means something to you, we got 1010, we got 22, we got 333. Yeah. Anyway, somebody is either entering true happiness or success or something, or peace, true peace, really, or they have already been in it. And I feel like, especially with this gold card, with divine intervention, it says God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. So yes, it's exactly what I was saying. So, a lot of times manifestation and prayer are kind of the same thing, but people don't realize that, they want to put labels on things. All it is just believing that you can have that, and that there is a source, whether that be an energy within you or something else that can give you that. I feel like somebody has been asking for help in some way, shape, or form, or you've been doing the work, or it's just your time. But whatever that is, I do believe this is like a divine intervention. And I feel like throughout my life, there are several times where I can say, oh, I can point to that and say, yep, that's what that was. And I am extremely grateful that I can say that, because I don't think a lot of people can. I mean, I've had some times in my life, we all have, but for whatever reason, I can say that there are times in my life where I felt whatever that is, and I know that I was like, I like to say that I understand what grace means, and that's what it is to me. It's like a release of that feeling of dread and whatever and worry, and then it just goes away, and then something beautiful happens, and you're like, wow. Anyway, so I have 2 Herbal Astrology oracles, and we'll do that, and then I'll let you people get on your way. So we have St. John's wort, and look, oh my goodness, there's another flower, or another sun there, and we got radiance. So whoever this is, I mean, but maybe you're a Leo, I don't know, or maybe you have strong Leo in your chart, but there's a definite water and fire in whoever you are, and you know, there's water and fire, big time. So that's kind of like my chart, but anyway, so we have radiance, and it also says joy, warmth, resilience, happiness, understanding, manifestation, spiritual power, and protection. So whoever you are, there's a big manifestation coming, and I feel like sometimes that comes, you know, at a certain point, and I can't, you know, and if you look at these 2 cards, I'm sorry, I'm skipping all over, I'm just really, really excited. But they're both yellow flowers, and it's like, I don't know. But our second is number 11 with Domania. So that's, to me, that feels like another 2. And Domania is the beloved. So maybe this is a relationship. Maybe this is a cycle that you and whoever you are with, or if it's a creative cycle or something that has that kind of effect on you. And there's this level because either you and the other person has healed, or the situation is more comfortable and you're more able to see things how they are because you've healed. I feel like this is a huge step for whoever this is. And this is Venus and Pluto. So this is like love at those depths, right? This is deep, deep, deep love. So it's beautiful. And upright, it's magnetism, attraction, kindred spirits, soulmates, relationships, intimacy, sacred play, finding the beloved within. So it could be within yourself too. We can't count that out. But I think this is beautiful. So whoever this is, you know, I like to hesitate on saying it's love, but I don't know, man. You've got somebody that loves you and you love them, and right now is your time. I feel like this is something that was meant to be. So either way, there's something about being free and childlike and just full of love and those watery feelings. Also, maybe horses mean something to somebody, because there's like 3 horses in these cards. So, all right, that's all I have for today. And I wish whoever this is, and all of you too, if you don't resonate with this, that's fine. But, so I wish you well too. And I will see you guys later.